What's up, everybody? This review, we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco 112 G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Here he is inside of the box. Got some classic looking artwork on the front. The side, we got the back that shows him and all of his accessories, which he comes with a lot. I mean, look at how many different hands. That says 16 interchangeable hands. His swords, we got timber. His submachine gun, pistol, grenades, throwing stars. I mean, he's got everything. Even effects. His kunai. This is crazy. Comes with quite a bit. Other side. Got the front. Now let's get him open. Check it out. Now this guy comes with quite a bit, and they all seem to be inside of their own different trays. So you got a tray for some weapons, some smaller handheld weapons. You got a tray for all of his hands. You got his tray for his swords and knife, and then his throwing stars and stuff. So here's Snake Eyes outside of the box, and we're just going to take a look at him real quick, just as without any of those other accessories, because that's quite a bit to go through. But here he is. You got here the clan symbol on the right shoulder, the Rashikage. You got this nice harness. You've got this plastic overlay on top of the his suit, the cloth suit, which I'm not really a fan of. This will tear over time, I believe. It's gonna get wore out. I don't think you can hold them in like a pose for that long, or else it'll get wore out in that way. I wish it would have just been this fabric. That's one of my biggest things about Mezco figures, is when it has that material or any kind of pleather. I'm just very wary of it degrading over time, but you never know how much time you got. But you got this nice, you got his grenades on his harness, they got silver paint on it. Nice helmet sculpt. You got different places to hold different things, his swords, holsters. His pants look really good, different material than up top. I like that material for the pants. You got the legs. Nice boots. So you got different shades of black in there, matte, shiny, and then not quite either of those. Nice gray in that visor with the black outlines. So it looks really good. This is definitely like the helmet design that I know him most with or for. I know he's had quite a few different styles. Some goggle looking ones. But this is the one that I'm most known for. Overall, very nice looking. This part is the part that gets most people, where the suit actually gets sewn in together. It gets pretty crazy, but it's like that on most Mezcos. It's gotta be sewn together somewhere. I wish they could do it a little better, but you know, it is what it is. And it's sewn into the pants so that they don't drop too far. They kind of stay where they're supposed to stay. So for articulation, Snake Eyes will look down about that far. Not too crazy. He does get use out of the neck, the base of the neck, so that's good. Then he looks up about that far. Can turn his head. Can turn to the side just a little bit for that personality. T-pose is pretty good. I don't feel a butterfly in there. Upper bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. And the wrist is a peg that can rotate around so you can get the hinge anywhere. There's an upper diaphragm cut that lets him bend forward about that far. And then the rest of the way comes from the lower waist. Legs go out that far. They go forward. out that far. Pretty good. Double jointed knees. A slight boot cut. Not really going to get anything out of it. And then an ankle hinge and pivot. So pretty good. Let you get a okay poses. Not terrible at all. It goes just far, like they always go farther back than forward. I wish that was the other way around. I'd rather have the use of the ab crunch than going backwards. And actually this guy does pretty far forward, so it's pretty even in that regard. Bunches up a little bit, but that's okay. It's a natural look. But you throw all of those joints together, and you get a pretty good look. My harness came unpegged. Get that plugged in and then break out some accessories. So we'll start with the hands, and these are all of the different sets of hands that it comes with. There's quite a bit. You got like trigger finger hands here. You got kind of a open hand, open relaxed hand here. You've got fists. You've got kind of a almost like a martial arts stance. Maybe he's got like the index and middle kind of out just a little bit further. You've got this hand here. You've got this like knife hand, chopping hand. And the opposite for that one is like a, I don't know, like a palm thrust hand. My favorite style hands, as far as expression, the open hands. I love these hands for any figure. And then one of my favorite accessories for hands, where he's throwing his stars. Just so cool. Really nice effect. I love that. So it comes with quite a bit of hands. And I love that it comes in with that tray to kind of keep it together, because like you saw in the beginning, pretty easy to fall out and probably lose them. Very cool. And for little like hand accessories, I guess we'll call it that, we've got his submachine gun. Looks really nice. See the detail in there, just a solid black. The stock is a shiny black though, and it does extend. So pretty cool that that's working. And the mag drops out. So that's really nice. It does come with the extra mag. And then he's got these blades. Very classic. Looks really good, but you'll know that from his older figures. They used to be like crossed to his chest. Those look cool. And then he's got this pistol. the slide works. Pretty cool. You're gonna have a scene where it's, empty. The mag comes out, the bullet is colored in there. Drop that in and then drop the slide. Very cool. That's awesome. I always like their handgun accessories. They're really awesome with the detail like that. And of course they all come inside of this little case. Keep it all together also, which is really cool. So for other hand accessories, we got this here. I'm probably not gonna pull any of these out. We got the different grenades with the silver like pins. We've got these shuriken with the different styles that have the silver lined edges, which is really, really nice. And then you've got those kunai right there, which one is missing. It's, well, not missing, it's stuck inside of the top part of it. It's like it's statically connecting to the top. There it goes. I don't want to lose these. I feel like they're going to be the easiest things to lose, so I probably won't mess with those. I probably won't display them. Except I do want to see these. So check that out. Very cool weapon right there. Might be the only things in that pack that I mess with for display, using those as a weapon. Very nice. And those are metal rings. Very cool. For another set of accessories, we have his swords, which look really good. Two different styles. We've got the blast effect that can plug into his pistol. Little knife and sheath. A silencer, a little suppressor. So really cool. You can pretty much kit this guy out however you want. For the first sword, looks a little more classic. Got a nice gray or silver on the blade. It is very thin. There's the handle. Nothing much really going on. We got his sheath for that. We've got the other sword. Also kind of flimsy. Different style though. The way that it's cut. The different handle. It has its own style sheet. It's a very, very different. You gotta really press those in and then they'll stay. Get his little knife sheath out. With this little blade. Little silver. With the black handle. Comes right in. And I believe this is just gonna go on his back. I'm not sure. I think that's the only real place to plug it in. Maybe like that. Probably like that. Something like that. Then you got this little clip here that I believe you can just slide any sword that you want, whichever is your style. All right, so there's one of the swords in there. The back has a clip that you'll slide into where these grooves are at. And then you'll slide it to the thick part of the sword and it'll hold on there. And the knife did just plug in there in the belt. So you can slide this to wherever you need to. Pistol is in the holster. And that is him from the front. So let's get, I'm gonna mess around with just a couple of these accessories. I won't go through all of them and put them on him. You know, hands are hands, but I'll put a few on there so we can get a good look at some of them. So of course I'm gonna start with my favorite accessory. Just throwing his, stars. Very cool. Got him throwing upwards. 1, 2, 3. Can easily just turn that hand. And now you're throwing it sideways. Very cool. I love that. This is just my favorite one. Just imagine him falling backwards out of a building and just throwing it up at maybe some ninjas that are following him outside the window. Like, bop, bop, bop. Very cool. And of course, you've got a couple people in a row. Couple people in a row, just taking them out. 1, 2, 3. Very cool. So here's Snake Eyes holding his pistol. Got the suppressor on there. Got his little knife in his hand. Now the suppressor and the pistol both have a hole in the end. And we did come with this little blast effect. And it does fit. And on the end of it is a bullet. So you can put that in the suppressor, you can put that in the pistol. Yeah, are you going silent? Are you going loud? Really nice. He also has the submachine gun. That has a hole on the end. So you can also put the little blast effect in there. Suppressor works with it. Looks a little weird. Just a little bit. Of course. Although I don't really expect to see the full blast like that, I guess. So pretty cool. Of course, that extends. Really nice. So this is pretty much how I plan on displaying Snake Eyes. And that was a lot of accessories to show. And I didn't even show I showed everything, but I didn't put everything on him. But wait, there's more. So on the back side of the tray, he also comes with timber. So I'll get him open, check him out. All right, so inside there you get this stand that I'm not going to use in this baggie for accessories. Also, I'm not going to use. You get timber. You get this grenade throwing hand, which is really cool. I like that. You get this, growling face for timber. That looks pretty wild. And then you get this, I'm in attack mode timber. Really crazy looking. Pretty cool. So we get timber here, and you can see he's got a bunch of points of articulation. So you got the upper head, the upper or lower neck, his tail, the waist, the legs. These are like ball joints, so they kind of go out just a little bit on both of them. And you got these other hinges in here. So really cool. Head comes off there. It's a crazy looking one in there. That's pretty wild looking. The paint is really nice. Dark gray, like a bluish gray that kind of fades to the white, but you still got highlights up in here. The tail articulates. The waist. Here kind of rotates a little bit. Don't get too crazy out of the lower part. But I don't know what kind of even posing to do with this. I'd have to like look up something online and just reenact it. Pretty sure that's not how it jumps through the air. Still, it's got so many points of articulation. You know you'll be able to get some really nice poses out of it. Pretty sure that's not how it does. I don't know, but that's really cool. That's really nice. Is this the best timber out there? I don't know. I didn't get the classified one yet. I wanted to. I just never did. Then I had this one anyway, so it's kind of like, but I did want an army build, maybe a pack of wolves or something. So I don't know how it would stand up, the classified one, to this one. So this is very, very nice to me. Really cool. So here you have them together. And pretty much how I'll have them on the shelf. I don't need timber being super crazy, but that looks really nice to me. Pretty cool. So there is the Mezco Snake Eyes next to the classified Snake Eyes. And you can see that the Mezco one is just bigger overall. It just kind of, I don't want to say dwarfs him, but he's pretty big. You got the grenades across the vest. You got the grenades. So kind of some similar designs. He's got a knife sheath here on his leg, and a pistol here on his. He's got the pistol here for his. This is one thing that I did like. I like it when they have the pistol here, and then they have like a suppressor, like a spot for the suppressor on them. This Mezco one doesn't have anything like that. I wish I could store it on him. You've got a newer style submachine gun. You have a classic style. I think this is the first release Snake Eyes, not the 00, but the one that came out in the card. So it's still kind of little futuristic looking stuff going on. You got a spot for his sword on his backpack, which I really like that. And this sword is actually similar to the other one that I'm not using as far as the handle goes. He's got the Arashikage symbol on his chest. He's got it on his sword, like the scabbard. He's just got it on his shoulder. He doesn't have anything on his sword. He's got the silver on the visor. This one does not. He's got the little piece of red on top. So I don't know. He's even got it on the belt also. I still like this one, the classified one. It was still really nice to me. I need to get some of the newer versions of it. I think I have this one, the movie version. But I want the desert one. And I'm not sure which other one came out after that. Oh, the 2-pack one. I need to get that. But after I got this Mezco one, I kind of like, I mean, how many more Snake Eyes do you really need? I guess is kind of what started popping into my head. Because this one was really good to me. I don't know if it's the definitive one. You know, it does have its up and downs. And here he is next to Storm Shadow. So, I mean, this is a classified Storm Shadow. He's going to be the same as the Snake Eyes, just kind of, you know, the Mezco Snake Eyes is going to be bigger than this one. They're just a different scale overall. It's still really cool looking. When you get them in the poses, I'm sure you can do something really cool with them. So still pretty nice. So that's going to be it for this review. I think Snake Eyes, the Mezco Snake Eyes, is a good figure. I think it comes with a lot, but pretty much all Mezco figures come with a lot, which is not a bad thing. I mean, he comes with all those kunai. I'm pretty sure they give it to you because they know you're going to lose something, so you might as well just pack you in with a little bit more. Same thing with the grenades and other little things like that. I love all the hands that he comes with. That's really awesome. I think my dislikes are just going to be this plastic part around the shoulders. Just the wear and tear over time. That's always my fear, though. I don't like how it's sewn in the back. It kind of detracts from it. I mean, who knows how you're going to pose it. Maybe you just have it standing vanilla and, you know, you're going to be looking at it head on the entire time. Or maybe you're going to be posing him in a scene. It might be stand out. So, I don't know. I wish that could be done a little bit better, but I do understand it with the soft goods thing, so it doesn't completely ruin it for me. The other thing I think I disliked was some of these accessories, like the knife, have a tendency to fall out as you're moving things. And I'm just worried about losing those little parts. They don't give you an extra one of these knives, just the kunai and stuff like that. Kind of wish I could display both swords on him since they're there. I wish I could put the suppressor somewhere on here on his belt. That would have been really nice. You know, I want to classified kind of got me spoiled with being able to put all the attachments on somebody. I think that's really nice. timber looks really cool, and he's got a lot of paint and, you know, the articulation. Really, really nice. My other complaint is just that this part of his harness keeps getting undone for no reason. You're just posing and it keeps coming undone. I can't really get it to stay. So I don't know if I want to add a dab of glue or not. But other than that, I mean, just looking at him, it's still like, wow. It's still a really, really good looking figure. Still comes with quite a bit. That works a lot. You can pose him really well. Still a very cool one. So I'm happy with it. And at the time of this video, I think San Diego is gonna have the new version of Snake Eyes, or I definitely know after San Diego they'll be shipping out, or sometime in August they'll be shipping out the Mezco ones with the new style, which does not have that plastic top, as far as I could tell. So I can't wait to check that out. And then, you know, of course, I'll do a little comparison between these guys. But this guy's good too. I wish he had the Rashikage symbol like on his sword or something like that too. So just little things, but still overall a really good figure. We'll see how he holds up over time, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a really nice one. They're going on the shelf right now. So that's it for this review, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.